Well, good morning, family. It is 5 minutes past the hour, 14th day of November. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building from 100 BLK, the Black Station. Get ready to bring him on screen. You know him. He's my brother from another mother. He's from the open line, online, and he keeps it real with Reverend Al Sharpton, 1075 WBLS. Y'all put your hands together and give a round of applause to my brother from another mother. Brother Fatim is in the building.
Hey, Joe, good morning, my brother.
Thursday.
Grand Rising and
Turn
everything.
down
I was
for
on
what?
my,
I said, turn up Thursday, turn down for what? What's going
there
on?
you go. I was on the phone. So I had my mic muted because I didn't want my conversation to come over. You just don't need to hear everything I'm talking about this morning, who I'm talking
Surely we
to.
don't.
But but it's somebody I was on the phone with. But it was this a conversation real quick. Good morning, everybody. First of all, before we start, we got to get news from Joe. How's family? How's the grandson, brother? Let's go. I got to get a report.
The grandson was diagnosed with RSV, which is highly contagious. He probably got it at the daycare that he goes to on a daily basis. But he is back home, doing well. They gave him a nebulizer to help with the breathing. And of course, it's just going to take probably about 72 hours for this to pass through. And it's welcome to the human race. Welcome to parenthood. Welcome to dealing with the illnesses that do befall all of us at some certain time of our life. I was more concerned, believe it or not, about my daughter and her being a new mother, because I know she probably went straight into panic mode, but she's doing well. Jordan is doing well. Everyone is doing well. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your concerns. Little Jordan's at home recovering, and all is well on the Western Front.
Let me just say this real quick. on that, so we don't branch off. It's interesting because I woke up this morning, and I don't push or preach what you should do, especially with COVID, with vaccines. We dealt with what's out there. I don't want to get political with this as of yet, but we can see where this is going to head. And last year I had taken four. I took pneumococcal, RSV, flu, and COVID vaccines. Normally, I take my flu shot in the end of September, but I caught COVID July. I remember I was doing the family reunions. We had just came out of New Orleans. That next week, I went into Baltimore, and I came back, had COVID very light. I'm totally vaxxed, and I said, now it's November, and I just thought, it was a young lady I reached out to yesterday. She said she has a virus. You talking about your grandson has RSV, and RSV was the first time last year I took the vaccine. I took all four in one arm. My arm was dead. I mean, it was sore. But I just said, because Thanksgiving is getting ready to come up, so I'm going to schedule my flu shot probably over the weekend, because I need to get that in my body. I don't like being sick. I don't do well being sick. And I noticed that when I take the flu shot in September, I sometimes get the flu in February. So September, October, November, December, January, 5 months later. So that's why I'm taking it later, November, December, January, February, March, April, so we'll see. But please, this is something that is more prevalent, RSV, in children and older adults. We don't do well with these viruses. So talk with your doctor. Y'all make your own decisions, but don't get caught out there, because I'm telling you, flu, COVID, RSV, pneumonia. That's why I take the pneumococcal. I don't have to take that every year. I took the shingles shot, because I had the chicken pox.
Yeah.
You understand? So I had the chicken pox.
That was a smart move.
Yeah, so that's something that lived dormant in your body. So I just want to say that. I just didn't want to jump off into something, come back to that, because I don't want to stay on that at all. But I'm glad that your grandson is doing well. I know new moms and a new dad, they're going to be over their child, and they must be. Anything change, don't second guess yourself.
Right.
Go back to the doctor. I don't care how many times it is. You make sure, because I don't want to give you, I'm not going to give you some stories on here, but I have stories that didn't work out well. So go to the doctor.
It is my intention to make my way to the big state of Texas and the grand city of Houston. Probably will be broadcasting live either Tuesday and Wednesday or either Wednesday and Thursday from Houston. I think it's time for Papa Joe to show his face. That's all I got. That's all I got to say about that. So,
you said Papa
man,
Smurf
well,
or Papa Joe? Oh, I mean, you said Papa Joe. I'm sorry, I thought you said Papa Smurf.
Hey, Papa Joe and Papa Smurf look a lot alike. That's what somebody was telling me. They said they put a little hat on you, bro. You kind of look a lot alike. Speaking of Papa Smurf, breaking news. Papa Smurf will probably be the new director of housing in the new administration. I am pulling for Marvin the Martian to be over interstellar affairs as the interstellar czar. I think he would make a good interstellar czar, don't you?
Where?
In the new administration.
What administration?
In the new administration, the new folks that are taking over, you know, the new administration taking over for Biden and Harris, the new administration.
I ain't got no comment. He elected Gates yesterday. This has become a buffoonery. So don't ask me anything about the administration.
Hold on. And I'm fearful that the MyPillow guy might wind up being our new Surgeon General. So MyPillow, Surgeon General, Papa Smurf over housing.
You see this? Do you see that?
And Marvin,
close your ears. Do y'all see this? Close your ears. A curse word is coming. A curse word is coming. Do you see this bullshit? Do you see this?
Hey,
do you see what is happening in front of our eyes?
Listen, I'm trying to help out, man. I said Smurf knows how to manage a lot of folk.
Where's the black guys? Where's the black people that kiss the ass? I mean the ring. Where's the black people? Where's Tim Scott? Where's my man from Florida?
Hey.
I told you, you only got a place to put the cotton, and yes, a man. Yes, the boss.
Nakia with me. Hold on. I'm telling you, here's the appointments. We're going to put Papa Smurf because he's the blue guy and he knows how there's a bunch of Smurfs out there now. So he know how to handle housing. So we're going to put him over the Department of Housing. The MyPillow guy will make a perfect Surgeon General. And I'm telling you, for interstellar affairs, because in the next 4 years, we're going to find out that there is intelligent life on other planets. We got to put Marvin the Martian in. I'm putting Marvin the Martian in. And and Tim, oh my God. And Tim Scott, we're going to put him over the Fat Albert and the cartoons. That's what we're going to do. Tim Scott will be over Fat Albert because he looks like
this is a joke because this is pathetic. And
I did not open up the phone line, so I don't care if you call.
I want to talk. We can get them phone lines together.
I'm going to get them together. Oh my God. Come on. You know Tim Scott look like Mush Mouth. We can put him over the cartoons for Saturday.
It's pathetic. And I'm not, that's why I said I don't even want to. I didn't even think of a topic today. I sometimes think of it.
Come on, Papa. Since you brought up Papa Smurf, he would be perfect for housing. He's blue. He falls into the DEI.
They don't use nothing that's blue. They the Crips now. It's the red gang. They're the Crips. They ain't using nothing blue. The Democrats, they ain't using nothing blue, baby.
Hey, I still feel like my best pick is Marvin the Martian for Interstellar Czar. That Marvin the Martian would be perfect.
I'll nominate Kazoo.
Okay.
Because he can change things with the snap of his finger.
Come on, let's go. Kazoo.
Yeah, you know why I nominate Kazoo? Because Kazoo is working with a bunch of dum-dums. That's what it is. A bunch of dum-dums. If y'all watch the Flintstones, that's what Kazoo called Fred and Barney. A bunch of dum-dums. That's what this administration is. A bunch of dum-dums.
Hold on. I'm not going to do that. Hold on. I'm not going to do that. But here's what I am going to do. And
what you're not going to do? I did it. A bunch of dumb.
Hold it. I'm going to put. Let's put Jabba Jaws in. Let's make Jabba Jaws. You remember Jabba Jaws? Let's put Jabba Jaws in as the climate czar because he makes sure that everything is good with the weather. Because since he's a shark, Jabba Jaws can make sure that everything's good with the weather. We'll make him the climate czar. I'm trying. Okay, there we go. Let me call this person back because I do want to talk to folks today. I really do. I'm sorry that we didn't. Hold on. I was going to tell that person to call back, but let me call them back because I will call you. I'm telling you.
Brown for the cinnamon pop top frosted is the
I
truth.
I think my choice.
I like my women.
Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. Phone lines are now open, family. Let me go ahead and put my little thing at the bottom where people know. Good morning, Mr. Douglas Gentry. How are you doing on this morning? And welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, good morning, guys, man. It just never ceased to amaze me that some people don't support our president-elect.
I support him.
I'm
trying to help him. I support him.
I don't support this cabinet of dum-dums. This is a cabinet of dum-dums.
Dog and Pony show this morning, man.
That's right. That's right. And it's the same Dog and Pony show that is gonna be in Washington and taking up the gavel in January.
What the fuck could the Democrats have done?
I love it. I love it. Get heated, baby.
You had 4 years, bro.
Yeah. Yep. And what we did in 4 years, look at the economy now. Look at the stock market now. Look at gas prices now coming down. Look at unemployment, the broken in history. And then look at the appointments. Look at the appointments that Chief Dum-Dum has picked.
Listen, man. This is the laziest, trashiest administration, and they're gone. This is the COVID. This is post-COVID. So they listen.
Hey, both of you.
Listen, man. Kamala is where she's supposed to be baking cookies.
Listen.
The American
I'm not going to say where Donald need to be because I'm not getting the FBI to come investigate me. But trust me, buddy. Trust me. Oh yeah, okay.
Hold on. And he is the president-elect.
The president-elect. I ain't got to respect him.
And
I ain't got to respect him.
Well, my co-host can say what he listen, Douglas. My co-host can say what he wants to. I personally respect the office of the presidency, and I respect that the people did speak. I want you to talk to me about this interstellar czar that I'm trying to push. I'm really pushing hard. I'm pushing very hard for Marvin the Martian.
Listen, man, it's his prerogative.
Can we get Space Ghost? Space Ghost might be a better interstellar czar because I'm telling you, in the next 4 years with Elon Musk there. And Elon Musk shooting all these satellites out in space. We're going to run into.
Don't forget, you got a Fox reporter there too.
And we need somebody.
Elon Musk.
And we need somebody. Hold it. Wait a minute, bro. And we need somebody. Hold it. I'm not arguing with none of y'all. I'm actually here celebrating with you. I'm asking, should we use Marvin the Martian or Space Ghost as the interstellar czar since we got Matt Gaetz as the attorney general?
I want Kazoo. I want Kazoo.
Or do we get
He-Man? Because Kazoo is working with dum-dums.
No, we get He-Man, because I'm telling you, when these aliens show up, we need somebody who can negotiate.
We need the aliens to step in. But let me just say this. Wait, hold on, Douglas Gentry. Hold on, Gentry. What I will piggyback off of what you did say is that Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democrats do need to go do their homework. They do need to go to do their homework. They need to realize that they did not read the conscience of this country. And I know that they thought they were doing some of the right things, but some of the right things that they thought we were doing was not resonating with the people. And they got to go and be honest and deal with those issues. So you're right on that end. But Douglas Gentry, is no way. If this man would have came in and really started putting together a real good team of people that are that have the talent and have the wherewithal and the experience in these cabinet positions, he is just awarding people that have been loyal to him and kiss his ring. And that's the problem I have. And I can't respect anybody. I can't respect anybody doing that,
bro. You're smarter than that. You know that's when you mess with the bull, you get the horn.
Right.
You know that comes with the package.
Right.
You know that.
Hold it.
Don't sway the jury.
So hold on. Since I joked around a little bit, in all seriousness, Do you think the My Pillow guy is going to get a position in the administration? I'm just asking.
Listen, if he fuck with me during the campaign, of course I'm gonna throw him a bone.
That's what
how
I talk
goes,
about.
bro.
Hold it. So what position would you give him? I'm just curious. Curiosity kills the cat. Look, what would you give him? Hold it. Let's make him the czar. Let's make him the czar over all the woke folks. Let me show you something. Where he can put him to sleep. Can I paint a picture? Where he can put him to sleep with the My Pillow.
Here for a second?
Yeah, go.
Can I paint a picture for a second?
Paint it for me, brother. Come on.
Yesterday, did it or did it not flood in Lafayette, Louisiana?
It did. It did.
Okay, now watch this. Watch this. If you can remember, we've had a black Democrat city councilman who took monies from our side of town and took it to the south side of town, right?
Okay, that's true. Facts.
The flood didn't come to fruition until years later. And we suffered from that move that he made when he's living high on the hill. So you expect me to keep voting him in because he's a black Democrat?
No.
And look
Hell no.
at the error.
Vote his ass out, Gidry. Vote his ass out.
Listen.
Vote him out.
Now, Douglas. I'm glad you on that. Now, here's the thing that really gets me. Even after a year, family, a year, the former mayor president is no longer in office. I used to work for the guy, so I am a little bit partial in this thing. I am a little bit sensitive. But even after a year of him being elected, instead of folks saying, why wasn't improvements made on drainage? Because it had not flooded like that in a long time. So the drainage that was being put in place by the administration I worked for was working because it had rained quite hard, just like that, but did not flood like that. So why wasn't the drainage kept up that was put in place by the prior administration? I don't hear a peeping word about anybody saying anything about this administration. However, what they are saying is, oh man, it seems to be Josh messed up with the drainage. Yep. Well, drainage has to be maintained. It never. Tell me when it flooded like that during Josh's administration. I'll wait.
It did not.
It did not, brother. But things have to be maintained. Once they are obtained, they have to be maintained. So the question is, what was going on in the last year with drainage that all of a sudden we get a rain like we got yesterday and it floods not just in certain spots, but literally all over the city? Sometimes you got to point at the people in office and say, what did you do to maintain what was obtained? That's all I got to say.
Right. All politics is local.
Or attained, or whatever you want to say. You know, my English be broken sometimes. But nevertheless, okay, so we're going to put the My Pillow guy we're going to make him the woke czar where he can use his My Pillow strengths to put everybody to sleep. Besides that, man,
these guys are successful. All those guys are successful millionaires.
Hey, they are
billionaires.
They are.
Bro.
Hold on, Douglas. One thing I will say.
Even though I'm
laughing at the My Pillow guy, you are absolutely right. The My Pillow guy has acquired and accumulated more wealth in his lifetime than I have in mine, and I will give you that props. And once again, I will humbly say, unlike my co-host. And I understand my co-host said to hell with that, and I respect his opinion. But me personally, you know, hey, okay, the other guy won, and he's in office with his people. He got Matt Gaetz. Once again, I'm really curious.
Joe, you're nauseating the people in the chat. Could we kill this? Could we kill this? This is nauseating. This is nauseating. This is nauseating.
But Joe, give me 1 second.
Me an egg sandwich or something.
Second. If you're on a job, Joe, if you're on a job, you have two bosses on a job. Which boss are you going to pick? The boss that's lackadaisy, that let everybody get away with shit and production is low, or the boss that stays on your ass? Which boss do you prefer to work for?
All I can say is this, Douglas, congratulations.
Trump is going to make you get off your motherfucking ass and do something. That's what we need. What you want, more food stamps?
So
you want more food stamps?
Let me.
Yep, you're gonna get us off that butt to go to the bomb shelter.
Wait a minute. Let me be me, and I'm gonna let y'all be you.
Trump make you tie your shoelaces.
Wait. Let me say the following. America spoke. 10 million Americans, mostly Democrats, didn't even vote. And let's just be honest. That's their fault that they stayed on their lazy asses, and they're going to have to deal with they're going to have to deal with the consequences of their ass not voting.
But they realize that. They know that. They know that.
No, they don't know it yet.
I told you.
They don't know it yet. They don't know it yet.
They do know that.
They don't know it yet.
They didn't come out and vote because I said last week that they turned off from the Democratic and the Republican messaging. It's not like they didn't vote because they didn't know. They said, let this son of a bitch burn because they're tired of the same okie doke. I keep telling y'all that when you tune somebody out, you got to turn them back on. And y'all don't listen. That's why a lot of people didn't vote, man, because they not tuned in to the messages that either party is talking.
And I don't disagree with that. But when you say let it burn, you're burning your own backyard.
But they're tired of the same old thing, man. And sometimes you get tired of the same old thing. Joe, people ain't in the middle of the road all the time. People ain't going to congratulate and say because he won. People are looking at this for what it is and want to find a new way. Some people want this to burn down because this systemic racism in this system is not working for people of color, especially black people in this country. Never has and probably never will.
Brother.
So stop the bullshit this morning. Because I'm hard right now. Stop the bullshit this morning.
Election was don't let
this damn system do need to be burnt the fuck down.
Don't let the election results circumvent the fact that black on black killing is at an all-time high.
True.
Black graduation rate is low. Black kids are not graduating as fast as their white counterparts. Don't let the election be a chasm.
And Donald Trump getting rid of the Department of Education is going to make a big difference. For them building more jails is going to make a difference.
Listen, brother.
Douglas, I'm good. I'm good.
You know how
Thank you for your comments this morning, brother. I appreciate it, brother, but I don't need to keep going down this train track because you're going to derail this train this morning. You got me using words I don't feel like using this morning. Thank you for your call, Douglas. We'll talk to you next time, brother. I'll see you later, brother. Thank you, man.
I digress, man. All I want to say, what does it look like eliminating the Department of Education? What does it look like?
Okay, brother Fatim is tuned out, brother Guidry.
Yep, I'm out.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, brother Guidry. Because once again, this podcast wasn't created for one side to be right and the other side to be wrong. I say constantly, we are here to make you think, and you may not think like us. And Douglas, I understand you may not see things the way brother Fatim see it or the way I see it, but your opinion is valuable because at the end of the day, we can't just turn you on when we're right. So let's
we gave him a platform. How long are we gonna give him?
Wait a minute.
Brother, what does eliminating the
when somebody disagrees? Why do we have to do that all the time? We know what that is. Thank you for your call. But you said what you have to say. We argued. We ain't getting nowhere, so we agree to disagree. Bye.
I want to get my question answered.
Okay.
What does the eliminating the Department of Education looks like?
Well, it probably looks like the following. I'm not sure because I'm not.
No, it's no probably. Don't leave a gray area. What does it look like?
Hold on.
Answer it, Joe. You kept them on. Answer it.
Oh, wait a minute. I am. Hold it. Let me give my disclaimer. I am not in the educational system. I'm not an educator, nor did I go to school for education.
Why even speak on it?
So wait a minute. Let me say this. Should the Department of Education get dissolved, because it has not been dissolved yet, but should it get dissolved, the people that it will affect probably the most are the inner city black and brown folks, impoverished folks, and folks who deal on the public system of public education. Because once again, in these next 4 years, what I believe will probably happen is the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. That's all I will say. That's my opinion. Now, that's not a fact because it hasn't came to pass. But in these next 4 years, I believe the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer.
How do you make a statement?
Well, I want to get rich with the rich.
A statement? How do you make a damn statement as the president-elect talking about I'm going to get rid of the Department of Education, but also I'm going to do reverse reparations? Black folks ain't do nothing to white people. What we did is started behind the starting line for years, and we created affirmative action DEI to level the playing field. And now he's saying, I'm gonna anybody that has any kind of program that levels the playing field, I'm going to penalize them and then take that money and give to white institutions. That right there is so damn racist. Joe, I can't, Joe. Right. I'm mad at you. That's you congratulating this fool? Hell no, not Douglas Guidry. I'm saying what I gotta say. You agree or disagree? I am not congratulating a fool, a person that don't like us, don't respect us. I don't congratulate shit. Why would you congratulate somebody that don't give a damn about us, that want to destroy everything we built? How do we do that?
Okay. You never had a problem with him before he became president.
To me,
you had zero problem with him before.
Bye, Douglas. He got his last question. Bye, Douglas. Thank you for your call, brother. You can cut him.
So Douglas, thank you. Are you finished? My friend?
I mean, I wasn't going to be the Douglas show. You can take my place. You can bring him on screen. I can go do something else.
No. Okay, listen, bro.
That's serious. I ain't got time for this buffoonery bullcrap this morning.
Hold on. Brother,
this is bullcrap here. Stop this, man.
Thank you for calling in. Now, the phone lines are open. Let me do the following. Now, let me address a couple of things for team.
Yeah, man. How do you congratulate somebody that want to keep their damn foot on our neck, Joe?
Brother Fatim, you have your way of doing it.
No, it's not my way. Answer the question. How do you congratulate somebody that continue to keep their goddamn foot on our necks?
Once again, sir, I respect the office of the presidency. I have served this country. I have served the commander-in-chief, even when I didn't like the commander-in-chief. So at the end of the day,
we ain't never seen nothing like this.
Okay, hey, I think
not in our time. Not in our time. Not in our time.
I'll be very honest. Before the uprising of our president-elect, Donald J. Trump, who is a former president, there was a president that I said, man, it ain't never going to get any worse than this. I was wrong. Let me raise my hand.
Did that president ever run a coup against this country? Did they ever try to overturn an election? How do you congratulate somebody that did that, Joe? How do you congratulate people that killed people on January 6th, Joe?
Hold on.
How do you congratulate them, brother?
Brother Fatim, I respect the office of the president.
That has nothing to do with the person that got elected to that damn office, Joe. You didn't congratulate the office. You congratulated Donald Trump, bro.
Hold on. And here's why. The numbers say that the American people who voted overwhelmingly chose him to be the president. I did not vote for Donald Trump. So hold on. Just because I don't like a thing or like a team and they win doesn't mean that I don't.
So that's like liking a slave master, Joe. That's like, well, I congratulate we got a new slave master, bro. That's the logic in this that I'm seeing.
Brother Fatim, I highly disagree with that point. Do I now once again, let me just explain myself. I understand your passion and I understand why you feel
it's answering the question. What's the difference between Donald Trump? That there's rules and regulations, brother. This man has done everything against black folks, and you congratulate him. Just understand. I respect what you say about the office of president. I'm talking about the man that got elected. How do you congratulate a person? If a KKK got elected to that office, you would congratulate David Duke, bro? You would congratulate David Duke if he got elected to that office?
You really don't.
Would you congratulate David Duke? Simple question, Joe.
Brother Fatim. David
Simple
Duke.
Question, yes or no?
If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Now, how was that damn saying? Would you congratulate David Duke? Donald Trump ain't too much farther away than David Duke. All I'm saying is I respect you that your service to this country, and I thank you for that. I respect you for respecting the office. I can't respect you on respecting Donald Trump and congratulate him. I'm sorry, bro.
So hold on.
But I can't respect you on that one.
So first of all, once again, you always add more to the sandwich than's on the sandwich. I do not condone a smorgasbord of things that Donald Trump has done. I do not think that he should have won the presidency. However, guess what? There are more folks who believe he should have than believe that he shouldn't have. And for those who are right now probably talking and complaining, most of those are part of the 10 million who didn't even decide to go and vote. All I can say is this: as a person who got up, went to vote, did not vote for Donald Trump, did vote for the opposition. The opposition did not win. I believe she has a lot that she brings to the table. I hope she does not get out of politics. But yes, I will congratulate the winner. And the winner happened to be Donald Trump. Now, you compare Donald Trump and I compare, they say, listen, they say, and I see it. Donald Trump has some fascist ways. He has some narcissistic ways. Donald Trump has some ways
and racist ways. Don't leave that out. You're black. We black men. Is a racist ways.
I'm not finished. And he definitely, with the cherry on top, has some racist ways. However, it wasn't enough for him to lose. And
that's not my question. That's not. I know that. I'm not. Come on here and complain about who the America spoke. I just said, as a black man to another black man, how do you congratulate a person that has gone against women, black people, made fun of handicapped people? How in the hell do you congratulate that person? If my mother was sitting here, I'd look my mother in the eye and say, I don't believe you congratulating that fool. I would tell my own mother that, bro. So I'm there's no disrespect to you. How do you do that as a black man? And this man has been disrespectful to so many people. Not about the office, Joe. How do you congratulate Donald Trump like that?
Brother Fatim, because he won. That's how. Because he won.
So a racist, a murderer, or anybody that won something, you can congratulate them because they are a winner of something. Fine. Brother, you answered the question. I'm done. I got it. I'm done. I'm done.
Brother,
you answered it.
Hold on, Brother Fatim.
What is hold on for? You answered my question.
Well, Brother Fatim, but the point is, I ain't finished talking just because I satisfied
you. Go ahead. I mean, you just rolling around in circles on this.
Well,
I mean, I just don't understand it. I can't respect that. We just gonna have to agree to disagree. I don't respect that. Congratulating somebody that is disrespectful to so many damn people. I'm cool.
And Brother Fatim, as one of the people that you hold in high esteem, says often, we can have different opinions. We can't have different facts. The facts is, and the numbers reflect the facts, the man won.
That don't got to be a damn thing. That mean you got to congratulate him. That don't mean a goddamn thing that you got to congratulate him because he's a narcissist, a racist, a fascist, and this is the person you congratulated. He won. Brother. You acknowledge he won. How do you congratulate this guy? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He won. I didn't take that away. I didn't say this election was illegitimate. I'm just saying, how is a black man that fights in this country for justice? You fought for this country. You fought against those kind of things, and then congratulate somebody that stands for those things. I can't see it, and I will never respect anybody that does that from that perspective. From that perspective, I respect you and love you. But I don't agree with you on that one. I just don't. I can't see it.
So as you said, Brother Fatim, and I will applaud you for.
You ain't gonna applaud me, brother. It's my opinion. You said, in your opinion, but I needed to hear what your rationale behind it. Why do you congratulate Donald Trump? You answered it.
Yeah, hold it. You agree to disagree. We agree to disagree. It is 39 minutes past the hour, almost 20 minutes to the top of the hour. What else we got?
I'm going to read some of these comments here.
This turned up some of these comments. Let's go.
All right. Let me see. Laura Bell said, yeah, why let this knucklehead get under your skin? Beautiful brother Fatim. Michael Keith. Exactly. Grand Rising Sister Nakia Graham Hall. I believe that too, Joe. I don't know exactly where she said that part. Laura Bell said, it's people like that who will steal your energy. Dr. Sylvester, DOCTA, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, has nothing to do with color or race, correct? Laura Bell, don't play into the idiotic behavior. Laura Bell, the rich stay richer, shaking my head. KC says, shaking my damn head. KC, congratulating someone who will be detrimental to us is crazy. KC Facts, Brother 15, a bunch of bullshit. Nakia Graham Hall says he's never going to be held accountable for any of his actions. That should have said enough. He's about to fix all of that. That should speak volumes. Laura Bell, he wouldn't have been if the legislators had done their job. Dr. Sylvester says bitter. KC says a rapist. Dr. Sylvester, you're going to You're going to out-talk him until you make your point. Why don't you call in, Doctor? Why don't you call in? Darlene, good morning to both of us. And Darlene Bryant said, good morning, Sister Jewel, and to KC. So that's the comment so far.
So good morning to everyone in the chat. And once again, like I said, I completely understand, because once again, we are on two different spectrums in certain situations, certain circumstances, and how on certain views. Brother Fatim, I fully understand why you feel the way you feel. And I don't have too much of a disagreement with that. However, I said what I said, and I stand that way. That's just like right now, for prime example, I still have a son that's serving this country, and that's his new commander in chief until he retires. And, you know, and depending on what he decides to do, which I do know what he's deciding to do, he'll still work under this administration and deal with protecting this country and serving this country in the capacity that he decides to serve this country. I still have a job that is connected with the federal government, where thankful I am a civil service employee that does not get affected by administrations. But however, that might change. Once again, elections have consequences. And when things change and things go the way that I may not want them to go, here's what I have to always say. Why couldn't the people vote it to understand there are people's livelihoods at stake when you do these votes? But like you said, nobody has energized the electorate to go vote. And I agree with that. Neither side. And the side that did energize the electorate to go vote may not be the side that I want to roll with, stand for, or even believe in the values of that side. But at the end of the day, they are the side that is in charge, fully in charge now. They're in charge of the executive branch. They are, it looks like that most of the judicial branch is controlled by them, and the legislative branch is controlled by them. So at the end of the day, you got the Senate, the House, and the presidency for the next 2 years will be ruby red, and maybe for the next 4 years, for all we know. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And the only people who I feel are responsible for the situation we are about to go in are those who turn their face and turn their backs on what our ancestors fought for us to be able to do. Go vote. That's my opinion. I'm not going to say those are the facts. I'm just saying that's how I'm feeling. And I respect you and respect everything that you said. And let's see here. We are 43 minutes past the hour. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told. This is probably a good place for me to tell everybody where we are broadcasting at. We are broadcasting on a lot of platforms. We are on Instagram, we are on YouTube, and we are on Facebook. So you can follow us at all these places. On Instagram, we're at DJDMS. I need to change that. I got to fix that. And we are at 100 BLK Media. So click like and subscribe. You can see us. You can hear us. You can join in. The conversation is there. And let me put out there in case somebody wants to join in the green room. You're welcome to join in the green room. So that's about what I got there. Okay. Go ahead.
I got something else. So it was in the news over the weekend. I forgot what game the announcers from not Fox News, but from Fox Sports, the NFL, where Michael Strahan is part of that team. And I believe that the national anthem of the Star Spangled Banner was being played.
Oh, yeah, they tripped on him. They tripped on him. That was so wrong.
So all of the commentators had their hand up here all across their heart during that moment. And Michael Strahan had his hands down. And it jumped on X right away. Oh, he's unpatriotic. NFL Fox should fire him. They should fire him. It should come on, on Good Morning America. Put so much pressure that he had to address it. I don't know if he addressed it Monday or Tuesday on GMA. Usually Monday, because he does Fox Sports, that he's usually off on Monday. I did not watch Good Morning America, none this week. But I do know that he did respond, and he said it was not a message. He's patriotic. His father was in the service. He uplifts. He's raised money for people who have been veterans and whatever. He just didn't do that. And my question is, because I go to the park, and sometimes I don't put for the things for how football treated Colin Kaepernick. I don't put my hand across my chest. We have a right to do that. It's not about protesting. I do what I choose to do. I still stand up sometimes. I don't sit down. But when I didn't go to no football game when Colin Kaepernick was going through it, because if it was, I would have sat down because I didn't believe what he was doing or how he was became a pinata for these racist son of a bitches out here, for him just to stand up against racism in this country. So my question is, what is their problem if you don't put your hand across your chest? Why do we have to get ridiculed if you don't? If we're not to say that you're unpatriotic. There may be reasons you don't want to do it, but because this country hasn't given you a fair shot or whatever. It may not even be that. It just may be, I'm not doing it. You have a right to, but you to be attacked like that, is that fair?
Well, no, it's absolutely not. And the truth about the matter is, it is now the repercussions, the ripples in the water from the lackadaisical attitudes of certain folks saying it don't mean anything. I was listening yesterday to Reverend Al's show. I listened to Sirius satellite radio most of yesterday, and there was more black and brown people calling in, literally arguing with the announcers about, this is why I didn't vote for Vice President Harris, and this is why I voted for the now president-elect. There was a lot of black and brown people calling in. I heard a few call in on Sharpton's show, but on most of Sirius satellite radio yesterday.
What has this to do with Michael Strahan and putting your hand across your chest?
Well, it has to do with this. He has a choice. He stood up. Everybody don't put their hand on their heart. All this is symbolism, and a lot of folks don't understand. There's certain things that you're supposed to do if you belong to a certain organization. Brother Strahan, which nobody even asked him, he stood up. You don't have to put your hand over your heart. Hand over the heart is symbolism, and once again, everybody don't believe in that symbolism, and for them to attack him because he may not fall into a group that recognizes that symbolism is asinine, and that's our problem. Our problem right there is we want everybody to be just like us, just like us. Guess what? If you decide not to stand, that's your right. If you decide to stand and put your hand over your heart, that's your right. If you decide to stand and salute, that's your right. If you decide to take a knee, that's your right. Here's why: because you have the right to express whatever you feel like expressing without any type of repercussion, as long as you don't infringe on somebody else's rights. But the problem is, folk want you to do just like them. Don't do as I say, do as I do. You know, don't do as I do as I say. And then all this mixing up. At the end of the day, long as you are living a peaceable life and doing what you feel is best, nobody should say a goddamn word about shit you say or shit you do. But unfortunately, everybody wants to critique and talk about, because at the end of the day, most of the times they want you to be just like them. I don't want you to be like me. I want you to live your best life. I want you to do you and let me do me. And what they did to Michael was asinine and bullshit. And we're going to see more bullshit and asinine stuff like that coming. I promise you.
That's answering the question, because I was moving away from this Trump thing. Yeah, a lot of people did call in the Rev show yesterday and said, why? And again, these are the things that I brought up that even caused us to go a little bit at debate at the time when we were doing Trump. And I kept saying, guys, you know, we can do Trump, but we're not listening to the other side. And there's other issues on the table. And, you know, if you think that, you know, and we're past that. So I don't like going backwards. You know, I'm not bitter. You know, I'm disappointed. I was disappointed in the election. I'm fearful for what can come out of this, but hopefully I see a stronger, I just posted something. I hope that we see the younger generation get stronger, get more focused, and become more involved. I think more people need to take this serious. I think the Democratic Party needs to take this serious. The messaging, I watched how Rev craft this yesterday. I watched it because I know what I put on his rundown. I watched it. So instead of him saying he let the people, what was it? Was the messaging? Because I know what I put on there. I put a story on there from Politico.com that basically was talking about, did the Democrats get the social issues wrong or didn't listen close enough? No, they didn't listen close enough. They didn't listen close enough. They did not listen and that's why I have to give Eddie Bonner and Douglas Guidry, I gotta give them the credit there that they brought up some social issues that bother a lot of people. bothered a lot of people, and you cannot run from those issues. You have to address those issues, and you have to have dialogue. You can't just go in safe spaces and have dialogue. You have to go in tough places and to have tough dialogue. So that's how it is, you know. And that's it.
And you have to respect that the perception of the people was, even though what has been installed is working, the perception of the people is it's not working, which I never really understood that. And maybe I'm not that good of a marketer. I don't have a degree in marketing. I don't have a degree in propaganda. So all I know is it's crazy how, and I've been reading some writings of Malcolm, and Malcolm addressed this. The media is a monster, y'all. And that's why I call it the propaganda machine. It literally got you loving what you should hate and hating what you should love. And it's crazy how right now, and you can't even argue it, because even they can't argue it. The numbers right now, this is the lowest unemployment, the best economy in decades. In decades. Now the problem with all of that is this animal that's not even controlled by any part of government. Any part of government that we vote in does not control this thing called inflation. That's not controlled by the government. The government can put certain things in place to help it, but it's really not controlled by the government. It's really controlled by a nonpartisan group. The Fed has more to do with inflation than anybody else. And the Fed ain't connected to the Republicans or the Democrats. And you know, all I got to say is, family, regardless, once again, this is just my opinion. I don't want to go there because folks say, here you go again. But this is just where I stand in all this. I don't care who's sitting in the White House. Guess what? If there is a war coming, there's a war coming. I've been in war. I've been wounded in war. I've been in combat. So if a war is coming, a war is coming. Everybody's not built like that because everybody ain't joined the military. Everybody don't know how it feels to walk through a battlefield with bodies laid out and body parts all over the place. A lot of folks don't know how it feels to see buildings get destroyed feet away from you from artillery rounds. A lot of folks don't know how it feels to be in war. But if war is coming, it's coming. Okay.
Let me just
regardless who's in who's the president.
Pat Gabriel asks, but what Malcolm said about Democrats? I don't get the whole thing, but it basically said, what did Malcolm say about Democrats? So Malcolm X was
about politicians. About politicians.
I'm gonna respond. Malcolm X was highly critical of both major political parties here in the United States, especially regarding their treatment of African Americans. About the Democratic Party, he famously warned Black Americans against blindly supporting it, calling it the party of the Dixiecrats, and arguing that both Democrats and Republicans ultimately served the interests of white supremacy. He referred to Black voters who unconditionally supported the Democratic Party as political chumps, urging them instead to use their voting power strategically to demand real change and accountability. Malcolm X's critique was part of a broader message encouraging Black self-reliance and skepticism of mainstream political structure that, in his view, exploited Black communities without delivering true liberation or justice. Pat Gabriel, thank you for that question, and I gave a little bit of substance there to that, or a response to it. Okay?
You know, the truth about the matter is, even if you drill just a little bit deeper, you ain't got to go too much deeper. We give away our votes and we don't demand anything back for it. We don't sit there and get a coalition of individuals who speak for the greater good of all of us. We don't collectively put our money together. We don't have too many PACs like the Jewish PAC, or like the Pakistani PAC, or like the Indian PAC, or like these other groups who have political action committees who have financial influence to speak to these politicians and say, if you don't support us, we're not going to invest in you. We don't even ask politicians, most of us, even on the local level, We don't ask them, give us 3 things in writing that you're going to do to make our communities better. We don't do that. And guess who that's on? That's on us and those that we have chosen to be our leaders and represent us. Because believe it or not, to the opposition, there are black and brown folks that represent us. And those who represent us, all of them ain't out there talking to the opposition, talking about they represent all of us. Most of them try, a lot of them, even at the local level, they only represent themselves, the people they connected to, their friends and their families, and those who help make their lives better. They don't represent the hood or the greater good of the hood. That's why the hood is turning on folks. Yesterday, just to give you a prime example, yesterday I watched a podcast about drill rap, local drill rap here in Louisiana. And I was surprised in this watching this thing on drill rap for about an hour and a half where we were doing an investigation, how many black and brown young men have been murdered. And it's on YouTube and they're celebrating it. Oh, so-and-so got beef with such and such. Why? Let me tell you, man, that it's going down in this city. So-and-so said this, and then they're showing it. And then I'm sitting there going, this is sad. This is sad. I literally, in an hour and a half, counted over 10 African-American men who were murdered.
I can give you more. I can give you more. Anything, you know, right. And it's interesting because and I mentioned it the other day, didn't call it. Casey put it in the chat. I just never came back to it about drill rap because I did a program. I can't call it a rapper, white rapper. I'm not a white DJ for us at Hot 97. And unless he's getting Latino mix, but I think he's white DJ. And if I'm wrong, then he could correct me because I reached out to him because drill rap started basically out of Chicago, New York, with this whole thing with this drill rap. And even before drill rap, you got to realize 50 Cent, he wasn't doing drill rap, but he was doing diss rap. He was doing diss rap that was not commercial. He was putting out these tapes and CDs going after people. Drill rap celebrates that with beef and threats and this, that, and the other. They have, like Joe just said, they have police departments that have certain departments within the police department, or the police force that specify specifically on drill rap because it catches the beef. So many people have been murdered in New York City after drill rap. Now, the white DJ and I said this, is ironic. At our sister station, Hip Hop, it took a white DJ to say, I'm not playing no more drill rap. I brought him on open line. I went across and brought him from my sister station. Let's talk about it. On that show, I don't know who got the management. Management was watching our show, called him because he said they just called me and said they support me on my boycott. Support me. Then Ebro in the morning joined the same thing. We're not going to put this drill rap out there because then we become a conduit for this nonsense out here. But you knew that beforehand anyway. Right. You knew that before. I don't give a damn if you're on my sister station. Because when James Davis, the late James Davis, former NYPD, former New York City councilman that got shot and killed in City Hall in New York City, was protesting against Hot 97 about the lyrics that they were playing, a lot of people were scared to stand up and say something. Even though we were at Kiss FM at the time, said something, management came and threatened us. Well, threaten us, damn it. Remove us for saying what? This is what we do. That's why I told you, Joe, we didn't give a damn. We call a spade wherever it was. If it was inside our company, we called it. I don't give a damn if it's a boss or manager. If you're wrong, you're wrong. That's the bottom line. You're gonna stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
Hey, brother Fatim, I'm glad I see Jessica Dewberry.
DJ Drewski, thank you. Right, Drewski. Right. I had him on open line. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica.
So once again, yesterday, an hour and a half, I'm watching these drill rap shows on YouTube. All you got to do is go to YouTube and type in drill rap. You can type in drill rap and put in whatever city, state, municipality, they'll pop up. There was a podcast. Now, here's what's crazy. Of course, because I'm a podcaster, this is what I do. I looked at how many likes and shares on that podcast and how many views. I saw, watch this. am a police officer in a small municipality called Opelousas, Louisiana. Google the population of Opelousas. Google the size of Opelousas. There was a 1 hour, a 30-minute, might not have been an hour. It was a 30-minute, maybe 15-minute drill rap podcast about Opelousas, Louisiana that had over 3 million views. In that drill rap video that's on YouTube right now, if I counted correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 individuals were murdered, didn't make it to the age of 25. And they're on there going, why? Let me tell you something, war the sign. Look what happened. Them boys over there throwing them hot ones. They throwing them hot ones over there, boy. Glorifying this. Listen, boy told it straight up, man. He said, man, you come over here, you catching these choppers, man. Them choppers coming. What's wrong with us? That could have been my son. That could have been my nephew. That could have been somebody's father. Be exact, I think out of the ones that we saw murdered, 3 of them have children. That could have been somebody's brother. That was somebody's son. And
what's wrong with us?
Right,
right. What is wrong with us is you got to examine this. That's why me and Casey was talking briefly this morning about something where the late rapper Tupac had took on these police officers, white police officers. And this white lady was telling me, I understand your people. He's like, what do you mean you understand our people? No, you don't understand our people. Because you give us money, give money to charity and this, that. You don't understand our people. You don't understand the condition of our people. I'm not making excuses. And I get frustrated when I used to hear the helicopters in my community and the gunshots and stuff like that. I didn't applaud that. I want to eradicate that from my community. But then you have to understand it doesn't come out of a vacuum. You got to understand the game that was put in play. When you understand the game that was put in play, that is how you start to try to change the mindset of these people. Because you got to understand how it got to this level. Because if you don't understand how it got to this level, then it's hard to get the change, the circumstance. So you got to understand it's not something that I'm proud of, but we got to understand what has been put in place. What has been put in place in our communities and what happens. Somebody put on here that all Black people want is handout. I do understand that some take advantage of the system. So do rich white people, corporate welfare. They take advantage of the system too. But we first throw our people under the bus, but forget about those that got money, that milk the damn system as well, don't pay no taxes, pay none or little taxes, and do the same damn thing. So that's why I'm saying we got to be very careful how we throw the stones at it, not applauding that behavior, but understanding how systemic racism, not using it as an excuse to continue to wallow in it, but to teach these brothers and sisters there is a better way and how you would be manipulated into these positions like this.
Watch this, Brother Fatim. I'm sitting there with an African American judge. I'm not going to name any names, so folks won't try to figure out really what was going on, because there might be somebody watching going, what they up to? This is why I'm not going to even tell you if it's a male or a female African American judge. But that judge looked at me and said, "How old are you, Brother Anderson?" And I told the judge I'm 57. That judge looked at me and said, "What would it take for you to go back to school and get your law degree?" And I looked. Now watch. This was my look. What? I said, if I went to school today to get my law degree, I wouldn't graduate until I was 60 or 61, maybe 62. I said, I can't make no difference. That person looked at me and got up and walked out the room. And I was like, what the, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Then when the person came back in the room, that person made sure some folks cleared out the room. They just walked out the room. was like, was that toward me, or did that person have somewhere to go? When everybody cleared out the room but me, and I'm still in there watching, that person walk back in the room and say, never say that. You're never
Thank
too
you.
old or too young to make a difference. Said, maybe I saw something in you you don't see yourself, but I see your concern about what's going on. And, and I'm sitting there going, man, I'm talking retirement. But that person said something that really touched my soul. Said, just like you were concerned about the election, not for yourself, you're concerned about your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren, future generations that are not born. Said, this is what's going on. And I was just simply amazed. And I'm telling you, I tell anybody, I challenge anybody in the chat. I challenge anybody who's watching this. Just go to YouTube and type in drill rap. Type in drill rap and look at some of those podcasts. And just if you can stomach it to watch one from beginning to end, listen to how many people they talk about who has been murdered. They'll show you a video of a drill rapper doing this number, holding guns. Look, Fatim, they doing like this. Yeah, we about to pop, and then they talk about that same person holding the gun got popped by this crew. And then they talk about sometimes the distance between these drill rap crews. And it was funny because once again, if you ever Google the municipality I work in, the small town, because it's not the small town or city of Opelousas, man, please look, there's probably 3 blocks of New York that got more people that live in it than the city I patrol. But you'll see how many folks have died and see how close they are. Man, one guy said, man, why these boys wilding out? They 3 minutes away from each other. I mean, Brother Fatim said something yesterday that touched my soul. I couldn't tell him it touched my soul, but I'm going to tell him this openly. Brother Fatim said, we living like rats and roaches. In the most economically wealthiest country in the world, we living like rats and roaches.
Let me just say this.
We're not engaged in what's going on. No, we're not engaged in civically what's going on. More of us complain than anything else. Half of us are dependent on the same government we talk about. Half of you are on either Medicare, Medicaid. Half of you are on some type of food services like SNAP. And y'all talk about the mitigated gall and audacity about how you're not going to be engaged in this government when the government is all in your business and you can't even make it without the government. Bruh, y'all got to wake up. And that's not cliche-ish. That's me telling you the truth. Because if the government pulled the plug, if the government right now says we're pulling the plug on all these services that you're dependent on, some of you to keep alive, because some of your medication, your doctor visits, the food you really eat is provided to you by a government assistant program. If they pull that funding and say, as he said, if they do this reverse reparations and say, nah, we've been giving y'all way too much for way too long, y'all gonna wish y'all had got your ass up and voted then. I promise you.
Let me just send this message out. Let me just send this message out. I'm gonna send this message out to who's in the chat. I'm Dr. DOCTA Sylvester. I think I know who that is. This is not a challenge. If I'm wrong on who I think this is, then I'm wrong. But if I think this is who he is, let's do something together, brother. Let's go out here. I relocated here, but don't matter where I am. I mean, I have more influence in New York, but building influence in the Carolinas, especially South Carolina. Let's go out there, Dr. Sylvester, and let's go start to have conversation with some of those brothers and sisters in the community that you look and say are victims, and they and play on that victim mentality. Let's go out there and have conversations with them. Let's hear what they have to say, because if this is who I think he is, he's a stand-up individual, Dr. Sylvester. good job, good paying job. And I think that when we go out there and have these conversations, you are able to put your viewpoint and you are able to hear their viewpoint. I don't like throwing stones at people until we start talking and working with people to make them better. Because when we start calling people victims or this victim, quote unquote, victim mentality, you got to understand why some people fall into that victim. Some people, yes, my brother, if that is who I'm saying it is, yes, there are some people that do that, but it's done on both sides. But forget the excuses. Let's put action to your mouth. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. You can pick the places. We can go in some of the roughest areas in these counties. I'm never scared to go anywhere. And let's have a talk with these folks. Because if you're gonna make a difference, you can't throw stones at people. You gotta have conversation. You gotta change their mental capacity to understand. But you also gotta change some of their impoverished conditions. Because you gotta realize there's some people out here that have made mistakes. We all make mistakes, and they got one strike against them, and then they try to go out there and get a job. And they get turned down over and over. Guess what happened in the suburbs where white Johnny or Josephine do something wrong and get a strike against them? They got their uncles, they got their fathers, they got their mothers that head up these corporations. They're going to give them another chance. They're going to get a chance. So my thing is, I'm willing to go with you. And let's listen to them and let's have a conversation. Because if we don't have dialogue out here and we continue to throw stones, what do you think they're going to do? You think that they're going to break, the wall's going to break down when you attack people? When you attack people, it makes their defense go up. It makes their defense go up. I'm willing to go with you. I'm not asking you to do it alone. If you want it, you know how to reach me. If this is who I think it is, you know how to reach me. Call me. Matter of fact, I'm in a school this coming Monday. I go on vacation after tomorrow. I'm in a school reading to students this coming Monday. I put action behind my words.
So, Dr. Sylvester, I see you put a comment in the chat. Why don't you just call in? Look,
no, I don't want him to call in. No, I know who he is, and we done been back and forth. It's just going to go there. Let's just operate because it's just going to go the left again. Let's just, if he's serious about this, because if it is who I know it is, let's do what we need to do.
Well, he's saying inviting me to a conversation with people that have no reality and have no ambition to change. It is pointless.
Well, then you'll close mine. You'll close mine. How do you make a difference? How do you make a difference with people if you already condemn them and feel like there's no hope? How do you do that? That means you look down on people. And that's not right, because there's a lot of people that don't have, and they're struggling to survive. Because you can go in your refrigerator and go to your bathroom. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people, parents are strung out, and the kids are raising themselves. So with that type of mentality, I just think it's just the most despicable. So that's why I said, let's just do the work. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go out there and do the work.
So we got a phone call calling in from South Carolina. I have the slightest idea who this is.
And I know who it is.
Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told, where we do welcome your calls. So caller, tell us who you are, where you're calling from, and question or comment. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, this is Dr. Sylvester.
All right, Dr. Sylvester, talk to me.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not condemning nobody, because I can't condemn you if you already think that yourself. That's not me. That's you. I ain't me condemning. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm condemning somebody. Where you coming with this from?
From what your last statement, how can you make a difference in somebody that's so-and-so until you talk with them, my brother? You looking from the outside in. Until you have a conversation with them, then you can, if you can make a difference in somebody's life. That's why I said I wouldn't attack you on the show. I said, I'm work with you because I know who you are. And I know you. And I'm willing to work with you to make a difference because you are a stand-up individual. But I think that some of your viewpoints are warped. But that don't stop me from working with you to make a difference. Because, brother, if me and you can save one person, we were successful in doing what we were trying to do, my brother. That's why I challenge you to that. That's all.
Well, my rebuttal to that is I'm not a public servant. You know, I've never done public work. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to go out here and meet up with a bunch of people to have these conversations because that's just not my thing. I'm sorry.
But you criticizing. You criticizing on a public platform.
Of course, I'm criticizing. I'm doing the same exact thing you're doing. You're sitting here throwing criticism at Trump, black people, Mexican people, all kinds of stuff. You got so much criticism about everybody, but here
I didn't criticize black or Mexicans. I criticized Trump on his record, brother. I criticized Trump on his record. I criticized him on his record.
Black people because they didn't vote. You literally criticized black people because you said they didn't come out and vote.
That's Joe said they didn't come out and vote. I said that the people that didn't come out vote were turned off. Address it to the right person, bro. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Like I said, man, you criticize just like no matter who you criticize, you're critical. I'm critical. We're all critical. So what's the difference?
The difference is that I can be critical, but I'm willing to help and make a difference, my brother. That's why we do what we do. And that's why I go out in the community, because we can be critical, but that don't stop us from still doing the work, brother.
Okay, so you get to be critical because you feel like you get to go out because you went out and had a conversation with somebody. That makes gives you the right to be critical?
Brother, when you're critiquing something, yes, you can be critical on something, but the difference is what you're being critical on. And if you're being critical on something, what are you doing to make a difference? That's what it is. We can sit up here and do lip service all day. We can be podcasts and radio revolutionaries. But if we don't put the work behind our words, then what we doing is blowing off steam, my brother.
So brother,
okay,
brother Doc, hold on. Before you make your comment, let me say this. First of all, I understand the universe, the world, or the occupation of media and podcasting and media, period. I've been doing this 35 years of my life. Let me say the following. You're right. We can talk about the problem all day long, but the question is, how many of us are not only going to talk about the solution, but Brother Fatim says, begin to go out there and be a part of the solution by speaking to our fellow brothers and sisters, understanding their point of view, and then formulating a plan to alleviate some of these problems. It's one thing to talk about it and to criticize. It's another thing that even in us talking and giving our opinion on a situation, how many times do we get off this podcast and do we get out in those streets? I can tell you, I'm out in them streets 24/7, 365. Sometimes I'm out in them streets, not in my police uniform, in 1, 2, 3 in the morning, riding around, trying to, sometimes I ride around literally with a truck full of either clothes or food that I hand out to homeless folks. And I'm not in my uniform. I'm not in a police unit. I'm in my personal vehicle out there saying, here, this might help you tonight. This blanket might help keep you warm tonight. And it's not something that I have solicited funds from some grant or something. These are monies that come out of my own personal pocket that I believe by me giving back. That's why I always say at the end of the show, do something that there's no earthly way anybody can pay you back. The point I'm saying is, I'm asking, not saying, I'm asking, what are you doing beyond the conversation to get out in your community and to alleviate the pain and be a problem solver to the people that you feel are your people, whoever your people are? That's all I'm asking.
I don't get out. I just said I don't get out and do community work, man.
Okay, bro.
I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm that type of person. I'm not. I don't do community work at all.
Okay.
But do I have conversations with people all day and every day?
Great.
I literally can't wait till I get out to get off work and go to the barbershop because we have been going hard about this election every week. I'm the most opinionated about. I was the most opinionated about the Harris campaign the whole time because I just didn't believe in it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is, I don't, we can sit here and be critical all day. We literally you saying that how can I be critical of something, but I'm not getting out in the community and doing the work. We sit here and criticize sports all day, but we don't change a damn thing about sports. We all are critical one way or another. Just because we don't go out and put some community work into it, that don't make it that we can't be critical. Because sometimes some people just make a reaction or make a change just based on having a conversation.
That's true.
I ain't got to meet you at the town hall. I do not have to meet you at town. Hold on. I don't have to meet you at town hall, at the local playground or nothing, just to make a difference, to get a point across to you. So that all this trying to make it seem like I got to do it this way to be able to make a difference. Nah, I can make a difference by just helping my neighbor by cutting their fucking grass. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
No. That's fine. Now, listen, you can express yourself.
You can help a person in all kinds of ways. Just like you said, you got stuff in your truck and you ride around and just so happens somebody need it right then and there. You help them out.
Right.
But that ain't nothing you plan for.
Right. You very true. But now listen, Dr. Sylvester, you absolutely correct. And what I'm saying is just whatever you do, you have to come to reconciliation with yourself that you're doing what you feel is right. And like I tell people, many a times our problem is we try to do what we do for show. I ain't doing this for show. I don't do this for show. I don't do it in any shape, form, or fashion. And at the end of the day, let me say something else. Brother Eddie posted something that is very true. We don't know who the folks who didn't vote would have voted for. But I do know this: if you didn't vote right now, you should be very quiet, regardless who you would have voted for or would not have voted for. If you did not exercise your right to do so, then don't be worried about what's going on in the system, because you wasn't worried enough to get up and go cast your vote. That's my philosophy on that.
Valerie Anderson said, let me just read Anderson, because I'm done talking. So I'm just going to read this comment. Valerie Anderson says, Dr. Sylvester, so do the white folk. Don't sell us short, my man. It's the ones like you that label your own kind instead of lifting us up. That's the difference. White folks stick together and we don't. That's Valerie Anderson's comment.
All right, so here's my question to you. As I listen to everybody, a lot of people, I'm listening, and I'm open to on both sides, I've said time and time again, I am not a Trump supporter at all. I sit and listen to people on CNN, The View, The Breakfast Club, your show, all these different platforms, and I'm sitting there listening, and I've had people come at me on social media and all this, and everybody's saying, y'all gonna get what y'all deserve on January 6th. Y'all soon to see. I'm so confused as to why y'all keep saying y'all. Like they're gonna go back through the voter reels and say, okay, everybody that voted for Harris, we're gonna make y'all immune to what's gonna happen. Like y'all pointing fingers at people like y'all gonna get what y'all deserve because y'all voted for a Trump. Like, what the hell?
Good point.
So what that means is basically that what that means is it's just like a parent telling their kid over and over something not to do, and then they do it the hard way. So bottom line is a lot of us, I'm just going to respond to it. If you agree, this is my opinion. This ain't a factual statement. You ask, why do we do that? So I'm going to respond to you. The reason why is because Donald Trump, bro, you asked the damn question.
Let him respond.
You asked the damn question.
Then you can correct whatever in the response.
You ain't gonna correct shit. That would put my opinion out. You can respond, but you ain't gonna correct nothing. The reason why we do that is because over and over and over and over, Donald Trump has showed his stripes. We're looking at his cabinet picks, and you can see that the people that he's putting in place don't even have the experience to run these cabinets, don't have the wherewithal to do this, but you look at what he's doing. We know his stripes. So that what we're saying, yeah, we are throwing some daggers now and saying that y'all that voted him in, y'all will see Y'all put him in. We all, if y'all suffer, we're gonna suffer. But the bottom line is, we told you so. So now, if it goes amok, if it goes good, then all we can do is applaud it and ride the wave. But if this shit tanks, damn right, we're gonna blame those that voted for him, because he's never changed his stripes. Everything he pretty much touched failed. All those things that he talked about, all that money and all that, was a falsehood. All that money, this school, all that was a falsehood. Then, and the bottom line is, he's lived his life a lie, and this is going to be pretty much a continuation of that lie. That's why we say that.
Hold on, South Kakalaki drop. You back, my brother? Hold on. Let me get you back in. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Let me see. Can I get you back in? All right. Are you there? Are you there? Hello? Okay, I'm gonna call
Jack said, maybe that's God. Maybe we should move on. Maybe we should move on. That's God parting the Red Sea, bro.
Hey, brother, we'll thank you for calling. We'll just keep listening. We'll address this at a later time. Thank you. Yeah. We had some difficulties with the phone line. We'll get you back later. Okay. All right. So you're right. Maybe it's time to move on from that. It is 26 minutes past the hour, 27 minutes now. And once again, folks will have their opinion. That's why we do hashtag truth be told. It's your truth. We give you our truth. We give it from our point of view. And once again, I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to tell you to think. I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm here to tell you to think. At the end of the day, we all have our own opinions. We all have our own ways we see things. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. They're talking right now on, I'm watching MSNBC, getting ready to switch over to Fox News. They are talking about these cabinet choices. And once again, experience matters. Many times on local elections, that I've heard that argument through a lot of folks. You say, well, why are you voting for this person and not the other person? Well, this person knows what they're doing. Would you get a person who has not had one bit of experience in brain surgery to operate on your brain? Would you get one person who has absolutely no experience, no documentation, or no knowledge of heart or the functions of the heart to do open heart surgery on you? And with those examples, and I know they're kind of brash and very, very flamboyant examples, but the same way, you don't put a person over the Department of Defense that has absolutely no knowledge of how the military even operates. You don't put a person over the department that controls prosecutions of American citizens when they themselves don't know absolutely nothing about the process, or even understands how the judicial process operates. To me, it's real simple. You do not put people in place just because they are your friends, family members, or folks that you cool with. You put people in place that are qualified to do the job.
Yeah.
Period.
Douglas Guidry says, sounds like somebody really hates the president on this panel. Watch my list, bro. I despise that son of a bitch. I despise him. I despise him like I despise J. Edgar Hoover. Just like George Wallace blocked the school for them girls. I despise George Wallace. I despised him. I despised J. Edgar Hoover, putting COINTELPRO in, going after Dr. King, going after Malcolm X. I despise him. I despise Donald Trump. Don't mix my words. Sounds like, no, I don't like him. I despise him. I try not to use the hate word, but I despise that SOB.
So hold on. Let's stop something right here. Let's stop. First of all, what we're not going to do, and this has nothing to do with you, brother Fatim. This has to do with a comment. Brother Eddie, once again, I'm so tired of folks trying to be right and y'all wrong as two left shoes. Vice President Kamala Harris, if you will use that smartphone, Google the responsibilities of the vice president. The vice president has, and you said had she had won, she had did the same thing. Vice President Kamala Harris would have also made her recommendations if she had won the presidency, who she wanted her cabinet to be. And you would probably had your points of reference of criticism like everyone else. We can't sit here and criticize one but not criticize the other. I'm just sorry, brother Eddie. I got all the respect in the world for you, but if Kamala Harris had won, y'all would have probably criticized every choice that she made for every department she made. But at least I can say this. At least right now, if we look at the people, can you hold it? Brother Eddie, who is the Secretary of Defense without you Googling it? Put it right in right now. Who is the Secretary of State without you Googling it? Put it in right now. Who is the Attorney General? Who is the Surgeon General? Put that in right now, right quick. Because if you don't get it in within the next minute, that means you got to look it up. Guess what? But I promise you, those folks are highly qualified. And if you did Google it, you would see their qualifications. I threw out a few folks. So wait a minute. You feel Lloyd, and his name is Austin, Lloyd Austin, former General Lloyd Austin, that I happen to have served under before he was a general.
Let's go back. Let's go back to this, Joe. I'm gonna stay on it. Let's go back to Donald Trump's first administration.
There you go.
Let's go back to Donald Trump's first. Douglas Guidry, you following me on this one, brother? All right. So I'm gonna show you the difference in what I'm saying. Forget this administration. I ain't gonna go to the Democrat. Let's go back to Donald Trump's first administration. He picked Mike Pence. I didn't dislike Mike Pence, didn't care for some of his viewpoints, but I felt he was qualified to be a vice president. Okay? There's a little difference here.
Well, the people chose him.
His Secretary of State was Rex Tillerson, replaced by Mike Pompeo. I don't know much about Rex Tillerson, but I knew Mike Pompeo he wasn't somebody that I would pick, but he comes with high regard. His Secretary of Treasury was Stephen Mnuchin. I don't really have much to say on him. Secretary of Defense, James Mattis, he resigned. Jeff Sessions, Attorney General, I thought he was a problem. I thought Will Barr was weak. I think they both were. Jeff Sessions was more, they both were more kind of like puppet guys to him, but Jeff Sessions did have experience and Will Barr had experience. There's a difference. I say this administration, he's picking people that don't have the experience that he's putting in those positions. There was one person that he picked to head up. I thought Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Ben Carson, was a joke. That was a joke, and we saw where that got us. That was a joke. You talk about health and put him somewhere in health. That made sense. That would have made sense, Ben Carson with health. That would have made sense, especially him doing what he did in brains, being a brain surgeon. Oh man, he was great at that. What was her name? She ran against him.
Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley. I thought Nikki Haley didn't agree with all her viewpoints when she was the governor of South Carolina, but I know she was qualified. She was qualified. And to me, I'm a Democrat. But if Nikki Haley would have ran, she gave some answers dealing with abortion and things like that she said we have to have the hard conversations. Nikki Haley, to me, was a better candidate, and I think would have been more responsible if she would have won the presidency. I wouldn't be up in arms like now. I wouldn't be as scared. I wouldn't disagree on everything with her. But she has more of a moral standing with the country and with the foundation of what we talk about of being a good individual. I could have definitely swallowed Nikki Haley much better because she comes with some moral stability there. So you think that I keep trying to tell you it's about Donald Trump. I'm not totally against if the right Republican come that I felt that can do a better job than the Democrat that's running, I'll cast my vote for the Republican. I'm not so knee deep on the Democratic Party. If Nikki Haley would have been in there and really they got into some debates and I would have seen some of her viewpoints, there would have been a possibility, even against a black woman. because I want the best person in place to run this country, because I want this country to get back on track to be what it needs to be. We need to move farther away from January 6th. And what did the people do? They put us closer to January 6th. And then you think we selling chicken dinners over here. We're not selling chicken dinners. We're talking about the individual that the people elected. It's not about hating Republicans. What the MAGA has become, the MAGA and the Republican Party is two different things. The MAGA Party was in the Republican Party. If Donald Trump was running as a Democrat, the MAGA Party would have been part of the Democratic Party. And don't forget, Donald Trump was a Democrat. He found it and utilized it to his position to run as a Republican. And he said it. Look at his interview with Oprah. And he said to Oprah, I would never deal with the Republican Party. Self-interest changes your view. So stop this, man. It's not about hate. It's about the man that was elected and what he represents. I will not, I keep telling you, I would not have my children emulate or grow up or use Donald Trump as an example. I don't care if he was elected the president of the United States, to be an individual like Donald Trump, to make fun of people, to make fun of handicapped people, to be a convicted felon, to be a sex, or not to say rapist, but sex abuser. I mean, no. And you're never going to sell me on that. Nor would I congratulate him. Nor would I sit down and meet with him. Disrespecting Kamala Harris as the vice president. You understand? Joe Biden showed I wouldn't have met with crap. But that was Joe Biden, because that's how he is. I'm not calling him a bunch of names, because you know why? Because that's the Democratic Party. They were always going down the middle of the road. They always want to be the good ones. They always want to be the one that do this. That's why sometimes you need to show some damn backbone in this damn country. But he did what he felt was done. I don't agree with it, but he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. Joe Biden did not do anything wrong with meeting Donald Trump, because he's doing what the American way is supposed to be. The transfer of power, doing it properly and respectful. That's all. So I can't say he did anything wrong. But Donald Trump, on the other hand, is not that individual. And I just want you to get that through your head. The country picked him. I got that. But I'm not congratulating him, and I will continue to go at him. Yeah, I don't like him. I despise him, because he stands for everything that we fight against.
So Jessica Dewberry, my good friend down in Tallahassee, Florida, put something out here I have to read. No public school education. Possibility that might not be anymore. No DOJ. There's a possibility that might not be anymore. No EPA. There's a possibility that might not be anymore. Definitely, you can bet your bottom dollar in the next 4 years there will be absolutely no DEI. They're going to eradicate that. DEI is eradicated. If you right now are a director over a DEI department, I
want you to finish the whole thing and then let's comment. Let's comment on the whole thing. Finish the whole thing.
No productive rights, which includes more than a woman's ability to have a child or abortion. No Social Security. No Medicare. No Medicaid. It is very possible that all these things will be gone within the next 4 years. If that does happen, then here's what I ask a lot of you who are depending on these systems and the funding of these systems. Some of you who have jobs in these systems, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know, especially with the DEI. I promise you, if right now you have a job that says I am the regional director, regional supervisor, vice supervisor over any DEI department, you better enjoy your job while you got it, because you best start looking right now for something else to do. Because they're going to
if they do that, if they try to do that, they better put on bulletproof vests. They better put on bulletproof vests. They will not allow the people will uprise in this country that you've never seen before. That's why I'm saying that this country may fall.
I am surprised. And you know, Brother Fatim, this is where we're going to agree to disagree. I hear what you're saying, but I thought that if this president would get reelected, this country would uprise like never before, and it didn't happen. So I don't know.
That was
I
gonna
don't
happen.
know. I don't know. All I can say is this: if you work it, watch. I'm willing to raise my hand and say I'll come back. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you are any type of DEI, if you work in any type of, listen, they've already took affirmative action away from us. And now that they got a full Republic Senate and Congress and the executive of the presidency by executive order, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't end DEI by executive order. Watch. Y'all, hey, watch what happens after he gets sworn in on King Day. On King Day. Mind you, when he gets sworn in on King Day, and I will argue this until I can't argue it no more. People say, well, if Vice President Harris would have won, she would have get sworn in on King Day too. I believe she has enough respect for that day and what it means to this country that she would have said, no, we're going to move my inauguration away from this day. We're going to let King Day be King Day, and then we'll have my inauguration. That's my opinion. I might be wrong. It's two left shoes, but because I can't speak for her, but I just believe that she, out of respect of what she knows King Day means to this country, she would have said, no, we're not going to have my inauguration on King Day. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But let's just see. Hold it. And once again, if was a fifth, we all be drunk, but we will see once a person gets sworn in. So let's see what happens February, March, and April, because by executive order, he can do a lot of this stuff to eradicate a lot of this stuff that we've been talking about. And when he starts doing it, let's see what y'all gonna say.
Let me just say this. So now I'm gonna say this with my conviction. So my man, Dr. Sylvester, since he changed his name, I respect that. He said DEI's bullshit needs to go. So see, this is why, Joe, this is why I don't spend time. He said it. He don't go out there. He's not a public person. You don't go out there and meet with these people. You don't go out there and understand the obstacles that are put in people that even do it the right way. Go out there, go to school, get the degrees, and still go out there to get the loans. We see predatory lending. We see that people that sell their houses, that they're a black couple versus a white couple, that the black people get less money or low bidding on their houses. They have to sometimes bring in a white couple, change the pictures to get the proper value. You don't go out as a public person, but you want to throw out shit like that. That's why I try to give you a chance. That's why I don't disrespect people. That's why I don't respect people like that, Joe. And I don't really waste my time with them. I don't, because they don't go out there. They don't understand. He said it. I'm not a public person. I don't do that. But you speaking on shit that you don't know. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I get mad and my voice gets higher, because you speak on shit that you don't know. You're ignorant on it and you don't want to learn more about it. That's stupidity now. Ignorance is not knowing, but you seek to learn about it. You said, I'm not a public person, fine, but you want to throw daggers. You don't understand a lot of shit. You need to really be quiet. You understand? Okay. You don't have to be quiet, but you should be quiet, because all you do is you throw daggers. You not only throw daggers here, you throw daggers at women, especially black women. And a lot of black women don't like your point of views neither. Okay? So that you do whatever you want to do. Hell with working with you, because I don't like people who talk shit and don't know shit. You don't, barbershop don't give you that. Go out there and work with people. Go out there and help feed the hungry on Thanksgiving. Go out there and make a difference on Christmas. Go out there and volunteer in a hospital. Oh, but you're not a public person. But you definitely want to criticize a lot of things that you don't understand. You're more than welcome to do it. But I'm tired of addressing. I'm not at the circus, and I'm tired of addressing the clown.
So I do agree with Dr. Sylvester when he says higher qualified, not because of a color. But understand this, Dr. Sylvester, DEI does make you higher qualified. And it does say the following. You have to understand, you have to look at folks of color who are qualified, because many a times without DEI, you don't look at people who are very qualified, if not overqualified for the job, because of their color. So understand, once again, sir, and for you to be a person who I know is black and brown, understand you wouldn't have half the stuff you have right now had it not been somebody fighting for you to have it. Somebody fighting for your rights, somebody you don't even know about long before you were even born, who put their ass on the line that you could do and say what you say today. Come on, my brother. That's all I got to say with that. Now, look, I believe I got the phone lines back up. And if you want to, I can call you or you can call in. Once again, I don't want you to be, and Brother Eddie, if you want to call in, you could call in too. At the end of the day, it's about what's right. I want y'all to stop with this question. Why is Kamala's campaign in debt? You know, I don't know if she's in debt or not. I don't know if she's in debt or not. I have the slightest idea. So let me ask you this. Did you ask why did President-elect Trump file for bankruptcy and many times has he filed for bankruptcy? Did you ask that question? I don't know if Kamala's Vice President Harris campaign is in debt or not. I do not know. However, before I ask that question, did you ask the question, why did former President Trump, who is now President-elect Trump, why did he swindle people out of a university that really wasn't a university? Why did he file for bankruptcy when he filed for bankruptcy? Did you ask a bunch of whys with former President Trump, who is now President-elect? Come on, you cannot keep doing this, because it comes very much across as if everything Trump does, let's sweep it under the rug, but let's put the spotlight on everything we think that Vice President Harris may have done, that she have done, and everything that we will all of a sudden throw out in the atmosphere that she might have done. We got to stop that. At the end of the day, I have a problem with that. And I'm sorry, I do have a problem with that. 13 minutes to the top of the hour. Matt Gaetz as Attorney General. Enough said. Let's see. I don't know if thought I had him up. Brother, I'll try to get him up and try to call you back. Let me see something. I don't know what's going on. I'll try to see. We're good. Yeah, we'll try to call you back. Let you have a final word. Brother Fatim, you got something to say? Be exact. We'll finish this out tomorrow. That's God's sign that we don't even need to go down this
I'm not good. I don't like ending early because of that. I just think that, you run it as far as you run it. Eddie's more than welcome to call in. I've learned now.
I gotta figure out what's going on with the phone line.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Eddie calling in. Because we have civil conversation. Even if we agree to disagree, we exchange ideas now. Eddie has gotten to the point that, so I really don't comment too much on what he puts in the chat, because he expounds on it when he calls in. I just think that we're on a hot issue. This is going to be a hot issue. It's not that we run from it. We talk about anything.
Anybody can call in. Hold on. I put it like this. Anybody can call in, because at the end of the day, we're not running from nobody. And, just because I may have civil conversation with you, you can call in here and have uncivil conversation. That's one thing I highly respect about Reverend Al. Reverend Al take call from people who talk crazy, and he'll let them talk crazy for a few, and then he'll tell them, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you. You see it your way, I see it mine. Let's move on. I ain't got a problem with nobody calling in saying whatever they feel like they got to say. But at the end of the day, keep going. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking of something out there really quick in the last few minutes, because I like exchange ideas, but I think we just we hit what we needed to hit on this. And this is not a big Tyson fight tomorrow that he's doing, so I don't really want to talk about that, but it's amazing, because I keep saying this sucks sometimes. It sucks the air out of the room. I think Eddie Bonnet question, I just think that, it is a legitimate question. It's just how and the timing you put it out. But yeah, there is conversation. Reverend Sharpton got a call yesterday from a guy, asked him about being paid, to go out there.
Right.
And
the guy said that he played golf. Yeah, that he played golf. I know he's been playing golf.
Yeah, he's always an antagonist guy that calls in, but Reverend Sharpton answered his questions, because at the end of the day, a lot of times they trip themselves up. But that's why I say, even though I get passionate or emotional sometimes, I listen, And a lot of times when they call in, they hang themselves.
I want to see something. I just need to see something. And it might be completely, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So I think sometimes they trip themselves up when they say certain things out there. And that's why I say sometimes you got to listen, because a lot of times they ask questions, the answers within their questions, or listen to what they say, and then answer the question. That's why I don't like going around the block. When they call in, answer the specific question. Don't go around the block on it. Just say, hey, why do you think so-and-so? Well, this is the reason why I think so-and-so, because A, B, C, and D. I don't need to give this. I don't like to give the scenario of what we do on this show. We done been telling people know what we do on this show. We know what we do on this show. So bottom line is people tune in to hear different points of views. People tune in to hear us talk about different topics at times. And when it comes to politics and relationships, those are some hot issues. The abortion, hot issue. So those are sometimes the issues out there. But one of the things that I'm thinking about is, what about those folks that are handicapped? What about the seniors out there? What about those folks that deal with Social Security? They continue to push the age higher and higher. A lot of people are watching this. A lot of people saying, yo, I'm filing my papers. I'm filing my papers before they change anything, so I get my money. You understand what I'm saying? Because I worked all this time. You took all this money out of my checks, and now you're gonna tell me.
But that's not guaranteed though. That's not guaranteed now.
Well, right now it's been guaranteed to all the people that have worked Social Security. All the people that have filed and getting Social Security, are they getting their money, Joe?
Yeah, they're getting it now. But guess what? All it takes is one move, and people don't know how fragile this is. This can stop just like that.
And if it's just like that, this country will fall. Then what do you do with all those people that are on Social Security? They can't go back to work. It's seniors. What they have.
I'm just saying.
That's why I'm saying that this country could be on the brink of falling.
Right.
And you scripture toting folks is right there in Revelation. Yep. The new Babylon is falling. And everybody, if you're gonna come out of her, come out of her. I swear to goodness that I don't want to go live in another country, but I got my passport is ready to ride, buddy. I'm ready. Being prepared is making sure you got your passport, you got your birth certificate, you got your Social Security, you got your important papers ready to roll. Ready to roll. And you got to go into them junk drawer. I don't know where that is. Shit hits. You better know where this is at, better know how to get it, and be ready to roll.
Well, I can say the following from a person who has lived in foreign countries. It's not as bad as you may think. But once again, let me say the following. If y'all think y'all got certain things the way y'all got it here, be careful what you ask for. All I can say is, right now, everything's on the table. And guess what? Let's do this. Let's bring the doc in. Doc, turn it around. I'm gonna bring Doc in.
Let me give you my closing thoughts. I'm done. So I'm done. Everybody have a great day. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that today. Not doing that again. So you will do it. You and him have that conversation. Everybody have a great Thursday. I'm done. You go ahead and have a conversation with Doc. I'm gone. I'm not wasting my time with this. We did this already. So y'all have a good one. I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Okay. So Doc, I am going to bring you in because I don't have a problem bringing anybody in.
What's up, man?
Brother Fatim seems to be gone, and I appreciate it. And look, I can't hold you long because I only got 6 minutes, man. I wanted to respect
I'm at work. I had to walk outside.
I wanted to respect you because you tried to call in. We have a problem with the phone lines, and I did not want you to feel like we were slighting you or negating anything that you wanted to say. So with that being said, my brother, I'm giving you the platform for 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, man. Talk your talk.
My number one thing is I listen to so many black people. Joy Reid, Charlamagne the God, all these celebrities, and all y'all hear is, y'all gonna see 2025, y'all gonna learn, y'all voted for, what's gonna happen to you? I mean, it's like almost like they're gonna find out all the people that supported Harris and say y'all immune from this. All y'all some Trump supporters, or y'all might have voted for Trump or whatever. This is what y'all gonna get. I don't understand this. Like, where is this coming from?
Well, brother Sylvester, and like I said, I'm trying to give you your 2 minutes. We got about 5 minutes to close the show. At the end of the day, there are those who feel like the America we know will not be the America that is to come under this administration. And many a times, the only way you can judge a thing is by what you know, what the prior thing was. Now, the first term of Donald Trump, nobody knew what was coming because nobody had a litmus test to measure it by. But we did have 4 years of the former president, and we know how that 4 years. And guess what? I'm still breathing. I'm still here after 4 years of him. I'm still breathing. I'm still here after 4 years of Bush and 4 years of Clinton and 4 years of Obama and 4 years of 4 years of Carter and 4 years of Ford and 4 years of Nixon.
I agree.
From 1967, from the day that I came out the womb, I'm still here, no matter who's sitting in the White House.
Bro,
So
I agree with you.
all I got to say is the following. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to speak, and I appreciate that you came on. I apologize that my phone lines are down and I couldn't get you on, but I wanted to respect you because of a person trying to call in, because I ain't scared of nobody. And guess what? Last time I checked, man, you a man like I'm a man. Listen, we may not agree, but that's why I opened up this platform for anybody to have their voice and say what they want to say. And I can look you dead now and say, we may not agree, but I respect that you have a voice and your voice is here to be said what you need to say. Go ahead, my brother. Give me some closing words as we get ready to get up out of here. Go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna close words, but I gotta go back to Fatim for something he said. Fatim, I am not. Hold on. I am not a woman hater.
Okay, but
I talk trash about women. I do.
Hold on. Here's what I want to do. I wouldn't let Fatim come at you if you couldn't come on. And I'm not going to let you come at Fatim if he
No, I'm not coming at him. No, I'm just addressing what he said about me.
Okay, cool. Okay,
I am not. Right, I am not a woman hater. I talk trash about what I see women do.
Okay.
If you out here handling yourself in a reckless manner, I talk trash about it. If you're a respectable woman and you handle your business the right way, it don't apply to you. But I don't hate women, and I hate that he said that. I just talk trash about the obvious dumb stuff that I see. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for making that clear, my brother. Thank you for taking time out. Have a great day at work, my brother. I appreciate you coming on, man. Once again, like I said, I apologize about that phone line situation. Family, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Brother Fatim gave his closing words and he got up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for Freedom and Fun Fridays, if the Lord say the same, not only with me, but you got Sister Jax. You know, it's hashtag truth be told. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are, let me put it out there so y'all will know. We definitely want you to click, like, and share to all the platforms we're on. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and we'll be back. Let me close out like I always do. Be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today to be a blessing to someone somewhere, that no matter what you do or no matter what you say, or whatever you give to them, that there's no earthly way that they can pay you back, because you gave it from the heart. Your words were from the heart. Your words were there to edify, to uplift, to make their life better. And always remember that there is no secret, absolutely no secret, what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. We up out of here. Peace.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, see something without wanting, love, weighs heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, I just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely, lovely when the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Oh, I just wanna look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, I just wanna look at you, yeah, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.